I don't get it. I don't get it. And I don't even know anymore whether or not we had or have what you might describe as parameters of normality. Is this just evidence of a government operation that is approaching public spending with exactly the same caution, care, clarity and leadership that it approached the coronavirus lockdown? I mean, does it spread? Like, is there a sort of osmosis of absurdity underway? If the man in charge is so categorically careless, callous and useless, does it infiltrate through to all corners of government, all corners of Whitehall? I'd like to think not. You'd hope that there could be a sort of quarantine, wouldn't you, put up around the Prime Minister? I wonder if Dominic Cummings saw himself as a sort of human quarantine. I think he probably did. I think he probably saw his job as to keep Johnson isolated. It meant, of course, that the man who was responsible for the Brexit vote ended up being the most powerful unelected bureaucrat in this country's history, which is a little ironic if you follow such matters. But I bet he saw himself as a sort of human hazmat suit, a human chemical suit, one of those things you see on the telly when they're going into somewhere where you saw on Chernobyl, where there's been a lot of radiation. Dominic Cummings thought his job was to sort of isolate and quarantine Boris Johnson while he, Dominic Cummings, got on with the business of running the country. Because if you don't quarantine Boris Johnson, then does the infection spread? Does it spread like a sort of foul miasma of uselessness and possible corruption? And by corruption, I don't necessarily mean criminality. I mean corruption in the biological sense of the word. I mean making something healthy rotten, corrupting something. There is something rotten in the state of Denmark. There is something rotten in the heart of Downing Street. And does it spread everywhere? Is that part of the answer to how they could spend £8.7 billion on dodgy personal protective equipment? Or have you got a better answer? How does it happen? The closer you are to this world, the more interesting perhaps your insights will be.